Камрут подчеркивание. Ивейдзер подчеркивание. Тирис Наулив. Геймс плюс. Денус. Полкинг и раунд Виос Гейминг кавычка. Феклс кавычка. Слэш. Ковыряюсь в различных игр минус. Кавычка. Фекалиях кавычка.
Явились позлорадствовать, да? Поглумиться над младшим сыном Ярла.
Добро пожаловать в крепость Миствейл. Я управитель Ярла Лейлы, Ануриэль. Великолепно. Это просто неоценимая услуга. Получи свою... Боюсь, как управитель Рифтона, я мало что могу для тебя...
Я сран. И кстати, и что же ты желаешь приобрести?
Что ж, я готов ее заплатить. Что же случилось с нами? Мы были неразлучны, всегда дрались.
Хорошо. Хочешь купить что-то еще? Как скажешь. Если передумаешь, ты знаешь, где меня найти. А я знаю,
Я
как сделать
сделал
дом
все,
уютнее.
что нужно, чтобы мать...
Не думай, что со мной можно торговаться, как с этими проклятыми лавочниками.
Никогда не видел Мьёл такой огорченный. Этот город действует ей на нервы.
Ты хочешь посмотреть, как Балимон творит чудеса из стали, да? Возвращайся, как... пожелаешь. Тебе тут всегда рады. Возвращайся, когда пожелаешь. Тебе тут всегда рады.
Рад тебя видеть. Наконец, хоть кто-то может...
Наши улыбки вслед твоим шагам, друг. Да вот все, что видишь тут. Счастливого пути, путешествий.
Ты что, не можешь оставить меня в покое? Какой скучный разговор.
Мясо чистое, с гарантией фискальный
С
подарок.
тобой рядом всегда. Можешь рассказать мне что-нибудь интересное? Хотела бы и я пойти с тобой.
Редкости и диковинки со всего Моровинда.
Ты из коллегии. Приходилось о тебе слышать. Сейчас в городе
Что
все
привело?
спокойно.
Ничто не сравнится с тем, как пахнет раскален. Да все, что доброму воину нужно.
Дают, покупают лучшие украшения.
Возвращайся, когда пожелаешь. Тебе тут всегда рады.
Я продаю чудесные безделушки и сверкающие самоцветы.
Никогда не видел Мьёл такой огорченный. Этот город действует ей на нервы.
А вот и ты. Что удалось обнаружить?
Я забрела вглубь ру... Колосс удар... Лишь Я, должно быть, потеряла сознание. Потому что
Мьёл
следующее,
мне
что я
сказала,
помню,
что не
это
везде
как-
так...
Ирин обрабатывает
Может,
мои
когда-нибудь
раны.
я рискну? Поеду и
Прошу
проверю,
тебя, помни об
насколько она права.
осторожности. Я не хочу стать причиной твоей смерти.
Ты что, не можешь оставить меня в покое?
Украшения легендарных аргнянских ювелиров.
Можешь рассказать мне что-нибудь интересное?
Боги улыбаются тебе, друг.
Никогда не видел Мьёл такой огорченный. Этот город действует ей на нервы.
Мудрость, могу я предложить тебе отменные товары из Моровинда? Да вот, погляди. Я высоко ценю твою помощь. Я... Когда этого не забуду.
Плохое ты выбираешь время, чтобы заблудиться, дружище. Победа за тобой!
Придется, я тебя убью.
никогда не видел Мьёл такой огорчённый.
А вот и ты.
Город
Что удалось
чистый, видно
обнаружить?
нервы.
Самоцветы, зелья, экзотические ингредиенты. Чего у меня только нет.
Невероятно. Подумать только. Тебе удалось достать его и вернуться в цель. Редко мне встречались люди. Да, мне еще многому предстоит научиться. Если ты не возражаешь, я сочла бы за честь составить тебе компанию в странствиях. Да, мне еще многому предстоит научиться. И тебе доброго дня, друг. Да встретишь ты смерть с мечом в руке. Я иду за тобой. Когда женщина
Мьёл мне сказала,
готове,
где так плохо.
мудрено занервничать.
Может, когда-нибудь я рискну, поеду и проверю, насколько она права. Мьёл мне сказала, что не везде так плохо. Может, когда-нибудь я рискну, поеду и проверю. Мьёл меня учила в первую очередь думать о безопасности и сохранять спокойствие. Ну и еще немного владеть мечом. Будь поосторожнее, здесь небезопасно.
А? Мне очень не хватало таких путешествий. Просторы Скайрима всегда наполняли мое сердце восторгом.
Мой любимый собутыльник. Давай.
Я ничего не делал.
Честь тебе, Тан. Я твой меч и твой щит.
Руки чешутся подраться. Все готово, пойдем. Руки чешутся подраться. Какая жалость. Мне казалось, мы так хорошо...
Ты не можешь быть легендарным Давакином. Или можешь?
У меня для всех найдется что-нибудь подходящее. Позови меня, если что понадобится.
Боги улыбаются тебе, друг. Доброго денечка. До встречи.
Привет. Желаешь приобрести припасы для охоты? Владеешь луком, да? У меня есть именно то, что тебе нужно. Приятно иметь с тобой дело. А?
Ты умеешь добиваться своего. Мне это нравится. Погляди. Если что понадобится, загляни в магазин.
Хорошо, что в Скайриме еще остались такие, как ты. Это дает старику надежду.
Я вынужден хранить истинную природу своего исследования в тайне. Но, думаю, его результаты будут... О, это прекрасно. Боюсь, сейчас... Так, спасибо еще раз. Если будет нужда еще в чем-то, я дам тебе знать.
Доброго дня тебе, друг. Все ли в порядке?
Что это?
Милое местечко, правда? Сражайся храбро, дружище.
Ну что ж, карманы очищены, можно заняться целью моего пребывания в Skyrim.
Только быстро.
Только быстро.
Да.
Да?
Утка. Не в поход по борделям был целью.
Я жду. Нужно что-то? Выкладывай.
Madam? All the sirens seem to view her as an idol. I see her as... We have purity to... All these years later, and there's never... You can help yourself to any food in the kitchen. It felt... They know that for the... When Marcus was alive, what the sirens needed was a friend that would tend to... I started by... After a year, there wasn't anything else to live for out of the world. It was an easy decision.
I was hoping for something a little more cozy. This place feels so... empty.
Тебе тоже так показалось?
I'm glad I'm not the only one. In that room with Matari, I felt so uncomfortable. It was so cold and dark. I felt like I was alone, yet you were all there with me. And when I heard about my mother, I had to leave. I can't believe it. First my father, now my mother. A mother I never knew.
Сирены помогут.
They're obligated to. I just hope they'll be ready to take on purity when the time comes.
У тебя возникли сомнения насчет сирен?
I didn't mean to sound judgmental. We just got here. I can't help but feel disappointed, you know? How Matari and Freya reacted? First impressions, I guess, can say a lot. I expected them to feel like I did. Maybe more. About my father. I wanted them to. To know that my father didn't sacrifice his entire life only to not be respected by the thing he created. Yet they seemed so dismissive of him. It didn't even affect them. I wonder if my father distanced himself too far from the sirens so he could be with me. But then that would mean he made a mistake. The sirens are more important in the end. They were his family.
Что-то подорвало твое доверие к сиренам.
It affects it a lot. It makes their motivations less clear. Do you think if their fortress hadn't been attacked, they would still be helping us? Would my father's death have been enough to motivate them into continuing the fight? I need to know they're doing this to protect others and not for vengeance.
Конечно, чистота враг, тем более после того, как атаковала их.
Yes, but we can never know for sure.
Что ты пытаешься сказать, Кассия?
I want to ask you something. You're my guardian and I'm your maid. But I need to be something more. For my father. I want to join the Sirens. To make sure my family isn't forgotten if we win this war.
Но ты не умеешь сражаться.
I can train. I'm not afraid of what I'll have to endure.
Если тебе нужно именно это, делай на здоровье.
Really? Wow, thank you. I was afraid it would take a lot more to convince you.
Просто береги себя. Я не хочу, чтобы с тобой что-то случилось.
No problem. I'll practice every day to make sure that never happens.
Помни, что тебе придется убедить еще и их.
I know, but with your support, it will be a lot easier. I'll bring it up during dinner with Matari. Back me up, okay? Don't let them make you second-guess yourself. I won't. Anyway, I was thinking of getting some sleep. I'll do my share of exploring some other time. I do want to check out how the Sirens train, and hear their advice. Get an idea on what to expect if they do accept me into their ranks. But you should go out and have some fun. Take a break from adventuring for once. I'm sure there's plenty to see down here, and interesting people to talk to. Just don't hang around on the upper floors. Unless you're into the sort of things that go on up there.
Интересно, что там происходит?
Don't say I didn't warn you. I won't take up any more of your time. Let me know when you want to go to bed so I can get dressed. We have a big day ahead of us. Don't stay out for too long.
Помнились.
Ready to get some sleep? I am.
Да, собираюсь.
Okay, just give me a minute to change to my sleepwear. Stay over by the door. No peeking! This shouldn't take too long. All I need is a nice evening gown and we can finally get some rest.
А ну-ка я сохранюсь.
Something. When we first met back in the warehouse at Jonestead, I was arguing with Bosco, remember? I made such a fool of myself by thinking I could make him see reason. It was so embarrassing to have you see me fail. What's the big idea? Turn the lights back on!
Женщина. То включи, то выключи. То не подглядывай.
You looked! How dare you!
Что ж ты будешь?
Must have slipped.
Нечаянно.
Just shut off the lights. I'm going to bed.
Ну мы же девочки, чего нам стесняться? Чего жениться? Охренеть. Ну давай, давай. А что тут происходит, женщина?
At last you have arrived, child. Are you prepared to commence your long-awaited wedding ceremony?
Что за ужас тут творится?
You must be so anxious that you are in a daze. This is your wedding day. Now, are you ready?
Ну давай, пожени нас.
Excellent. Then let us not waste precious time. Your lover is eager to begin. Do you agree to be bound together in love, now and forever?
I do, now and forever.
Under my authority, I declare this couple to be wed. I present you with the freedom to return and wake up.
А, это сон, я понял, понял.
Easy there.
Где я сейчас? Что
You're
происходит?
in Euphoria Palace, our dorm room. Are you okay? Do you want me to get some water?
Я в порядке, что случилось?
I'm not sure. At first I thought you were restless, but then you started struggling violently in bed. Freya was nearby. I asked her for help and she ran off to get someone.
Когда это было?
About 5 minutes ago. I lost track of time watching over you. Sorry. I couldn't leave you alone like this.
Нам лучше вернуться в постель.
Hold on. What happened? You can talk to me.
Почему это тебя волнует?
I'm your maid. I'm supposed to help, remember? Please just tell me what's wrong. Where did you go?
Я не хочу говорить об этом.
I understand. Just so you know, I don't want to talk about it either.
Ну ладно. Так, а ну-ка. Где что-то посмотреть? Ладно. Подремаем. Так, а что ж за записка такая? Где она?
The hero has awoken.
Представься для начала.
A person you can truly call an ally, yet remains in the audience, a silent observer. You've spoken to her on Nern, and she's spoken to you in the void, the same being broken into two. I of course speak of Matari. You know her as the new leader of Serenity's Sirens. But her significance to this world surpasses the factions and conflicts that have formed around her. My master would like you to know that we are watching and waiting for the results of your actions. We know how it must end, but perhaps something will be left so that we may meet again.
Расскажи мне больше о Матари.
I cannot do that. Ignorance is the only thing that is keeping you free. You must play this dangerous game of pretend. Follow Matari's every command and suggestion. Have her believe that you are her puppet. And when the moment comes when you are one step away from death, you will know what must be done. You cannot kill what isn't alive, but you can certainly try. And you can make her feel fear. Keep this knowledge in the back of your mind. Offer the slightest hint of hesitation or displeasure in Matari's presence, and she will discover our little secret.
Куда мне знать, что ты не врешь?
Trust us, and the worst that will happen is that you will lose the approval of the Sirens. Trust Matari, and you risk damning countless realms. You're a hero, no matter what anyone may tell you. Only a fool would choose the path of self-destruction. There's one last thing you should know before I leave. There are heroes on both sides of this war between Purity and the Sirens. The one called Baska is set on a similar path to destroy his own masters. Leave him be, and Purity will unravel from within.
Что если я снова с ним столкнусь? Может быть, мне придется его убить.
Will you? He certainly won't. Now that the two of you have met, he's come to admire you as a fellow hero. Use that to your advantage. You'll realize that a part of him will always be holding back. I must return to my companions. May we meet again after skies divide. Dovahkiin.
Окей. Так, а что ж за записка? Понял. Привет, я отправилась подышать свежим воздухом в ущелье. Дорога туда прямо по коридору. Приходи за мной, когда подготовишься к ужину. Он состоится в трапезной около 5 вечера. Тра-ля-ля, понятно. Ладно. Так, который час? Так, как там вечер-то? Это значит... Ну ладно, сейчас сперва доберемся до столовки. Что тут происходит?
What's up?
Пошли хавать.
It's too early. Remember? We need to make our way over there around 5.
А,
You do not belong here, interloper.
поговори у меня. Так, а ну-ка я пойду посикаю. Так, 5 вечера, это после луны, что ли?
What's up?
Пошли жрать.
Just on time. Let's get going.
Splendid. You're both here. Let us begin. Ladies, assemble. Elda? Zana? Catherine? Morrigan? Myself, Melody? And our mistress, Matari. Please, have a seat. We will be with you shortly. I hope you're doing well today, ma'am. We have a variety of dinner platters available thanks to our chefs. We have the seafood platter, meat platter, vegetable platter, and cheese platter. What would you like?
Прикинемся веганом. Овощи подавай.
Vegetable platter? Got it. Would you like anything to drink? We have Blackbriar Mead Reserve, Honningbrew Mead, Alto Wine, and Nord Mead.
Ну, давай вино Алто.
Alto wine it is. Okay, Miss Pinder. What is your order?
Vegetables and wine.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Ика.
Melody will be back soon. We may begin our discussion in the meantime.
Ты не собираешься есть, Матари?
I just ate. You appear tired.
Хреново спалося.
I promise to keep our discussion short. Tell me, have you ever had the fortune of being taken care of by multiple servants, and have all your desires made a reality?
Так, ну, здесь мы пытаемся подкатывать к Кассии, поэтому выберем то, что предположительно ей понравится. Мне достаточно одной, и вряд ли ее надо называть служанкой. Она подружка.
There is no harm in having more, as you can see with my maidens. I understand that you have an appreciation of combat. Have you ever served as a commander?
Пожалуй, нет.
Then you will be given the opportunity to gain experience by commanding a group of sirens.
Dinner is ready.
Ну, я вообще надеялся, там салатик, все такое, ну что это? Ну ладно. Ну, допустим.
Assuming you accept, you will be given an honorary rank within our legion, and be greatly rewarded for helping us end Project Purity. Your followers will obey your every word on the battlefield. even if it means certain death. There are obvious boundaries. They cannot be ordered to attack a fellow sister or harm our organization in any way. When you have proven yourself to be an effective leader, I will grant you permission to employ several sirens of my choosing. What you do with them is your personal affair, but they will always remain loyal to our order.
Я сделаю это.
A wise choice.
And she won't be alone. I want to join Serenity's Sirens. I'll need training. I understand that it'll be difficult, but I promise to make the effort.
And you approve of this?
Ну давай, что бы это ни было.
Good. Then she will join.
И все, никаких споров.
There is no need. As honored protectors of the Pinder family, I find it fitting that the young one wishes to pay her respects to Marcus by joining our forces.
Ну давай, поучи ее.
Yes. The training will rigorously challenge Ankaja on a physical and mental level. Instead of explaining to you all the details, I direct you to speak to Battlemaster Trisha in the armory. She will provide the both of you with weapons, information, and assignments. In the coming weeks, I will be preparing us all for the inevitable. We will be retaking Fort Pazarath. Our finest moment is approaching. The death of purity will mark the end of this 200-year war, and at last we will be free. I must continue my meditation. Enjoy your dinner. We will speak again soon.
Ну ладно.
That was easy.
Это все потому, что она так задумала. А, нет. Это все потому, что она что-то замышляет.
What? So joining was a bad idea? Why didn't you say anything?
Мне нужно, чтобы она думала, будто управляет ситуацией. Только никому.
Don't lose it yourself. I trust you more than her with my life.
Мне не хотелось возражать.
You say that now, but we both know what that night was about. Be careful. Not for my sake, but for yours.
Проведаем командующую, когда ужин закончится.
Oh, I'm finished. I wasn't that hungry anyway. I'll meet you over in the armory.
На ту сторону. А, блин, понял. Возвращаемся.
kind of nervous. Go ahead and talk to her.
Commander?
Кто тебе сказал, что я командир?
Freya, she told us about Matari's plan to give you an honorary rank. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't accepted. The good news is that we can forego training and normal induction procedure. The bad is that I have no idea how well you'll work with my ladies. We've been at this a long time, Commander, doing routine missions here and there to make ends meet. Bonds have formed, and every mission is expertly choreographed by me. You're strong, no argument there. But you're being introduced into our Legion during what will be our greatest string of operations this organization has ever conducted. The enemy we've trained to defeat all our lives is here. Can I trust you on the battlefield and with my women?
Лучше не надо. Ну ладно. Да, мне можно доверять.
Then prove yourself to them. I'm giving you a small, easy assignment. Enough time to earn the respect of some of the warriors before we begin our combat operations.
Whoops. I thought you were done.
Ms. Pinder, do you have something to say?
Well, I guess they didn't tell you about me joining as a new recruit.
No, they didn't. Commander, may I speak to you over there?
Ну, гоу.
This wasn't your decision, was it, Commander?
Не то чтобы моим.
A potential siren is recruited after months of observation and testing. We must be sure that they will accept when we reveal to them the existence of our order. We know of Ms. Pinder's history through Marcus. As she is now, she would not qualify to be a siren.
И что же ей мешает?
She lacks any form of combat experience and has a timid personality. Admirable for a woman, but not a warrior. We will have to push her mental and physical limits. She will break, but if she is committed, she can rebuild herself to be a siren.
Тренировка все это покажет.
Indeed it will. I just wanted to let you know out of courtesy. Time will be an issue and our instructors will be limited as we focus our resources towards purity. If basic training is all she gets during our tight schedule, then so be it. May the bonds between her and the sirens form through battle. I'll discuss training with Kasha personally. Back to the topic of your assignment. I'm sending you out with a team to gather scout reports from our agents stationed in Dawnstar and Winterhold.
Ожидаются неприятности.
We know there will be trouble. A group of sirens will be attractive prey for Purity and the heroes. What they don't expect is for you to be there with them. You've given them quite the scare in Jonestead. Inspire a little more fear and the roads are ours. They'll be hesitant to waste warriors on pointless patrols afterwards. Lilith will be the team leader. She's right over there in the smithing area. This mission will be your one chance at learning our ways. Next mission, you'll be given command and a complimentary katana to call your own. Now go, and fight well, Commander. Dismissed.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Рассказывай. Лилит?
Yes. Trisha told me beforehand that you would be assigned to my team. It's quite an honor. I've already briefed the others about the mission. As Trisha said, we need to gather valuable intel reports regarding the hero's movements to and from Fort Pazarath. Information like that can damage their defense strategy. They will not give it up easily.
У нас есть что-то, что может дать нам преимущество?
You.
Ну ладно, ничего не имею против.
You're learning quickly. When Purity and the heroes learn that you've made an alliance with the Sirens, they'll think twice before sending warriors to the field. A hesitant enemy is exactly what we need this early in the war.
Ну, как знаешь.
Good. Our plan is to head to Winterhold, and then Dawnstar by carriage. There are several checkpoints along the way where our sisters are waiting to track our progress. If we fail to arrive at a checkpoint within a given time, they will begin patrols to ensure all is well. When you're ready, meet us in front of the catacombs entrance.
Тогда я пойду.
Да.
До встречи.
Нужно что-то?
Угу.
Emily reporting for duty, Commander. I'm an instructor. Also have a special course on light armor for those who want to play it smart on the battlefield. You're already smart about how to wear it. There's not really anything else to know. Marcus was a good man. He founded Serenity Sirens for an equally... I promise you we will do everything in our... Ah, the leader. Good luck.
Идем к выходу.
My, Commander, you're making friends quite easily. Don't get too carried away now, or some of them will get jealous.
А ты шо? Что случилось на этот раз?
Can't a lonely gal like me say goodbye to her lover before she embarks on her journey?
Ты что несешь?
Don't act so surprised. Of course we are. You and me, the perfect team. Too bad you're stuck with Lilith today. But maybe someday soon, you and I will have so much fun. Just you wait. Now come back safe. I'll be waiting.
Смотри у меня. Ого. А, понял. Оставьте эту работу профессионалу. Эй, это моя работа.
Commander, this is my team. Our team. On the ledge of and an adaptable warrior in any environment. Over here is Samantha. We joined Serenity Sirens at the same time. She specializes in enemy tactics and history.
Wait, that's it? Come on, Lilith, introduce yourself.
The commander knows who I am.
No, you know what I mean. Don't be so modest. Promote your skills. Give the commander something to look forward to.
Samantha! She can judge for herself when we're in combat.
Jeez, Lilith is a mean dual-wielding maniac. She...
Damn it, Samantha! Show some respect. Lilith is in charge of this mission. Are you
Пожалуйста.
treating the commander the same way?
I didn't mean to...
We can continue this conversation on the carriage.
Ah.
Talia is waiting.
Pretty sure Lilith would like to speak to you before we head off.
Talia is waiting. We must hurry.
No time to talk.
We'll talk on the carriage.
Увидимся.
Talia is waiting. We must hurry.
Pretty sure Lilith would like to speak to you before we head off.
Ну, все стоим.
Talia is waiting. We must hurry.
То ли забаговалась, то ли так положено. Ну, ладно.
I should give you a heads up. There are 4 checkpoints. We'll be stopping at 2 on the way to Winterhold, and the other 2 on the way back from Dawnstar. There are sirens posted at each one. If you have to take care of personal business on the trip, the rest of the team will be waiting at the last visited checkpoint. The agents with the scout reports will be waiting at the local taverns. I'll need to be present so I can recite the code word and get the papers.
А компот?
If they're smart, they'll strike after checkpoint 4. Getting back up from the palace isn't as easy with visitors coming and going. They know that. We're ready when you are. Hop on the carriage and we'll be on our way.
Are you ready now?
Конечно, поехали.
It'll be a bumpy ride. Hold on.
We have a problem. Our radar room is telling me that the siren mage we saw by the pool needs to get to the palace. Protocol states that we can't substitute one mission for another, and...
Enough protocols. I need Alaray out of here now. She's mentally unfit and a burden to me and Emmy. If she ends up getting killed, her blood is on your hands. We've done all we could.
We're expecting an encounter with Purity and the heroes on our route. Alare would be much safer here than with us.
You would be safer if we got rid of the annoyance. Once she's out of here, I can return to guarding this checkpoint without having to look over at Alaray every minute. You're too predictable, Lilith. Always abiding by the rules. Let me talk some sense into you through this commander. I've never seen you before. You must be the one from the palace reports. A special recruit, huh?
Ага. В чем проблемы, солдат?
Like I said, take the Dunma girl away so we can get back to guarding this post.
Ты же сама сказала, что ей тут не место.
She's mourning over the Patriot massacre. We all do so in our own ways. But she's letting it interfere with her duties as a siren. All she does is mutter to herself by the pool and ignore all of my orders.
Ладно, потеснимся, так и быть.
At last, someone who sees reason. Lilith has a lot to learn from you. Now get Alaray out of my sight. Let the Battlemaster know that I'd like to have a word with her about this mess when I get back. And can you tell Lilith something for me? Tell her that Misha is at the next checkpoint. That should rattle her. Ha ha ha!
Did you convince our radar room to keep Alare here?
Да пусть едет с нами.
I hope you understood the risks involved in our mission when you agreed. We can't take Alare back right now, and she can't wander back to the palace alone on foot. But what's done is done. I hope she'll stay down, if and when we're ambushed.
Радруме просила передать, что Миша на следующей заставе.
Misha, now I understand why I haven't seen her for a while at the palace.
Колись, что там между вами?
Ara, Daru, and Misha are two of Freya's pupils. Anyone trained by Freya tends to look at me in disgust. I'd rather not get into it. The memories are painful. Go and get Alare. Tell Talia when we're ready to leave.
Is this it? Am I finally going home to Morrowind?
Нет, солдат, ты идешь с нами на задание, а потом вернем тебя во дворец.
So it isn't home. Maybe someday.
Ты принимаешь атаку на Пазарат очень близко к сердцу.
I had so many friends. The only friends I had were at the fort. Now they're all dead.
Ну-ка, расскажи про госпожу Пайндер.
I heard she was at Patriot, but I never met her. Undercover to avoid favoritism.
Соболезную. Пошли, чё?
Mother, I want to go home.
Are we done here? Checkpoint 2 awaits.
Ну, погнали.
It'll get colder from here on out. Huddle up, ladies.
Блин, когда уже экшон.
I couldn't do it. Gods, I couldn't. I'm such a coward.
Что такие?
I tried, but I couldn't bring myself to get halfway. Misha would kill me this time. Even now that she's blind, she would still kill me. All I need to say is, we're safe. No problems yet. But I can't even say that. Not after what I've done. Commander, please, do me a favor. Let Misha know that we're proceeding into Winterhold. That is all you need to say. Try not to talk about me, or ask questions. It would get ugly.
Когда уже битва? Тряпка? Мне тоже.
Loud, not silent like purity. Who approaches?
Ты Миша?
I ask who approaches.
Я с сиренами, мы тут на задании, знаешь ли.
Scout reports. You're the honorary commander that I was told about. You already reek of Lilith's scent.
Короче, мы идем на Винтерхолл.
Stay for a while. We are in the middle of something interesting. I know that you defeated the heroes in Jonestown, but a siren has yet to taste of victory. For all the women lost,
У вас тут дискотека, я понял.
for all the pain inflicted by this man's brothers and my sisters, he must be punished. I want to make him my brother in darkness. His right eye is already broken. Only his left is left. Enjoy the last moments of your sight, Marco. Soon all you will have left to enjoy in this life will be the music of my sirens. Only the music can drown out the screams. Commander, please, gouge the eye out of this monster. I need rest. Sirens! The melodies! Louder!
Не понял. Что происходит?
His eye. Blind him. Make him what I am.
То есть выбора никакого нет. Ну ладно. Ну, без глаз, но хоть живой. Выбиваем глаз. Ониксовый отряд. Мы обнаружили местоположение лагеря сирен на утесе, возвышающемся над Винхильмом. 3 сирены периодически наблюдают за повозками, движущимися по Зарату. Убейте их. Понятно. Готово.
Pitiful. He was too weak to endure any more pain.
Он мог что-нибудь сказать важное?
All he did was wince. That is all I cared for. It was satisfying.
Вообще он был нужен нам живым.
Alive or dead, does it matter? We win. Return to the coward. Let her know that I'm afraid, but I am also alive.
Разве я не выбрал просто выдавить глаз? Почему он умер? А, женщина?
Why are you still here? You too lost in darkness.
Я слежу за тобой.
Did something happen?
Уходим.
What? Okay, let's hurry and get out of here. Ready to go? Good. Talia went on ahead. She'll meet us at the frozen hearth. Our agent.
Пешком. Ну ладно. Так, секундочку, зрители. Сейчас я гляну, как там стримы нигде не оборвались ли. Вроде работает. Ну ладно. Пора до питания.
There is no need for that. This one knows who you are, Lilith. The papers. Here. Interesting activity.
Thanks.
Семья Кралдера некогда пользовалась большим влиянием в Винтерхолл.
There is nothing else to discuss.
Помогать ему даже сейчас.
We got the papers. Just a quick look through them and it gives us a better idea on what's going on over at Pazarath.
Ну давай. Надеюсь, часа хватит.
We got the papers. Just a quick look through them and it gives us a better idea on what's going on over at Pazarath.
А сколько ж можно осмотреть? Целый час был. Ну давай.
Not yet. There's something I want to show you. Come. It isn't too far.
Может, Винтерхолд на вид и не слишком хорош, зато история у него богатая.
Take your time. It's not like we're freezing out here or anything.
Open the safe and take out the bottle.
А мачо безрукая. Где сетка?
There it is. The thing that started this war.
Что такое?
Project Purity called it AeroSap. One drop is all it takes to increase the sex drive of a female victim to extreme levels. It has no effect on males, just as Purity intended. Once the victim is under the influence, the effects are permanent until they are past the age of childbearing. The psychological effects stay for a lifetime.
Маркус упоминал его, когда рассказывал о своих предках.
All the sirens know the story of the Pinder twins that were poisoned by this. 200 years ago, the world was so close to destruction, and they didn't even know it. Not because of the Oblivion Crisis, but because of this. If Purity's plans hadn't been foiled, we'd all be under their reign. They would have distributed it to the wealthiest clients first. They would have controlled our populations. All it took was one person to stop that from happening.
И кто же?
Serenity, the being that our order is named after. Her sacrifice to destroy the source of AeroSap set Purity back years. Enough time for the Pinder family to grow and expand, to fight, and to die. Each generation has sacrificed everything to stop Purity. God's willing. Kasha will not be among them. That's the last bottle of AeroSap.
Если это такая дрянь, как ты говоришь, зачем ее хранить?
It's not mine. It's Freya's.
И...
There.
Что ты имеешь в виду? Фрея его употребляет?
No. Freya doesn't need it. You've seen her. Probably talked to her. She kept it as a trophy. I don't know how she got her hands on it in the first place, but it's definitely the last. There were 23 bottles accounted for in recovered Purity manifests. All but one was destroyed. She showed it off whenever we came up here for training. It gave us a motivation to persevere. There's no need for that now. We have all the motivation we need after everything that's happened. I wanted to ask you something, but it should wait. Talia must be getting worried sick. Ah, I forgot. Alare told me she was going to visit the college. Can you go get her? The rest of us will be waiting back at the carriage. Go find Alare. She should be outside the college.
Commander, do we have to leave?
А что это ты тут делаешь?
I've I've always wanted to see the college since I was a little girl. This is where I belong. I made a mistake joining the Sirens. I thought I would be able to handle the killing, but I was wrong. So wrong.
Так почему бы тебе не уйти?
No one has ever left Serenity's Sirens. I don't want to be the first. I would think I'm a coward.
Я замолвлю за тебя словечко. И тебя должны бы отпустить.
You would do that? Thank you. It's so refreshing to see such kind acts.
Погнали, нас ждут.
Oh, we should hurry then.
One city down, one more to go. Ready?
Поехали.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Got the reports, but we might have trouble. There was an odd man in leather armor at the inn. He was obviously interested in me and the agent.
Хочешь отправить меня на разведку?
Go ahead. Best if I stay here since he already saw me. Be careful.
А я драконов на завтраке ем. Кто-то еще тут панику наводишь.
Прошу тебя. Многие отказываются разговаривать с нами. Называют нас ворами. Погляди. Пусть дорога приведет тебя в теплые пески. Дороги Скайрима таят множество опасностей.
Пока.
Чем могу помочь?
Цицерон жив? Почему-то я не удивлен. Я этого...
Еще одно дитя взывает к матери. Поговори с безработным в таверне мороженых в Рорикстеде. Прими от него золото и избавься от цели. Так ты выполнишь договор, подписанный кровью.
Цицерон к твоим услугам, о великий и могучий слышащий.
Да пребудет с тобой милосердие Стендара. Держись светлой стороны, или мы перетащим тебя на нее волоком. Ничто не укроется от глаз дозора. Все выходит на свет.
Я так устал. Они умерли. Мой папа был моряком. Он умер через несколько дней. Я пытаюсь как-то выживать с тех пор, но это очень трудно. Очень.
Заходи. Мы как раз подложили дров. Присаживайся и согрейся.
Ну, рассказывай.
And you are?
Или это... А, это не ты.
Таверной владеет Торин. Поговори с ним.
Дмитрий, ну рассказывай. Чё почем?
For crying out loud, what is it now? Wait. It's you! Holy Night Mother, it's really you! The listener!
Шипит по-змеиному.
Oh, that's the old Dark Brotherhood silence I remember.
Ты намекаешь мне, что ты больше не с нами, солдат?
Must have been before you joined. Yep, I'm former Brotherhood.
Помолчим.
Me and my buddies were all blamed for botching those strings of missions a while back. Don't know if you've ever heard of them Ashen women with a tendency to stick their fingers into our business. Every single damn mission. They showed up. Stole our kill, gold, whatever. And we were all freshly inducted into the Brotherhood. Poor sobs who barely killed a couple of mercs before we started going after the big contracts. All of us were kicked out for such pathetic attempts at fulfilling our duties. They didn't believe a word we said. Can you believe it? The hottest women this side of Tamriel beat us to the punch. Oh, don't go telling that story around the taverns.
Так ты думаешь, что женщина Эйшен, которая только что вышла, одна из них?
Sure do. Ever seen an Ashen without a katana and a dagger down her boots? Didn't think so. Why do you ask? Been looking at her too?
Это моя напарница.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Infiltrate their ranks and bring them down from within.
Воу-воу, полегче. Ничего такого я не собираюсь делать.
Whatever you say, but if you change your mind, you know where to find me. Just as for Dimitri, I can get my entire crew ready within days. Remember, friend, when the entire world seems to have turned against you, you are not alone. Hey, barkeeper, another drink. I'm dying of thirst over here.
Алкота.
Вот сколько не пью, а все одно толком выспаться не могу.
Did you figure out why he was so curious?
Да ничего такого, просто заинтересовался, что делает Эйшен в наших землях.
Okay, that's what I thought. Assuming he's not lying, I doubt he has any affiliations with the heroes or Purity. We should get going. The way back will be a lot more eventful, with a possible ambush. Remember to stay alert.
Let's hit the road.
Поехали,
Keep
поехали.
your eyes peeled for shady characters.
Гарантила как.
Commander?
Ты чё такая голая-то? Есть минутка?
Yes. I take it you're going to ask about Misha.
Ну давай, рассказывай.
It was years ago, when I was still in training. My performance caught the attention of Freya. She offered to become my personal instructor. I'd heard rumors of her rigorous training exercises from my sisters. None were detailed enough to give me an idea of what to expect. I accepted. It wasn't long before I met her other students. Aradarum, Elda, Misha. There were others. Many perished at Pasarath. But these three were the ones that I grew closest to. Our lessons were very basic to begin with, but they evolved to become more complex and demanding. When we were finally given missions, Freya's true colors were shown. She tortured our targets, made them suffer needlessly to get information we could have easily gotten without violence. It wasn't long before she ordered us to do the same. I refused. In return, I was mocked by the same students that I had learned to call sisters. I was called weak and pathetic, unworthy. All except Misha. She was the one person who stayed silent, and the only one who provided comfort. I chose to stay, even as the insults and punishment for disobeying orders grew more severe. One day, Freya took us to Winterhold for what was supposed to be a routine training exercise.
Алло. Блин, да у меня тут где диалога. Ну, подъезжай, сейчас. Так, корешок подъезжал, вот, подъедет на перекур. Вот. Сейчас пауза 5-10 минут будет. Так. Что тебе приказали сделать?
Disgusting acts upon one another. That's all you have to know. More determined than ever, I stood my ground. Freya's tolerance finally broke. She grabbed me by the neck and threw me to the ground. A barrage of punches and kicks followed. All she could do was laugh hysterically. I almost lost consciousness. When it was finally over, I got up to face Freya. She grinned. Before I could decide whether I was willing to sacrifice my life to kill this woman, I heard a whisper behind me. Lilith, you're a disgrace. I should have known. Misha had eventually reduced her contact with me until it became non-existent. That sentence confirmed everything. She was no longer a friend. She had become another casualty of Freya's teachings. So I turned around and set out to end her life. I got on top of her and gouged out her eyes. Screams. Freya started laughing. I stopped and realized what I was doing. I was in shock. Freya congratulated me for finally fulfilling the very first order she had given all of us. Torture another being. Misha's screams had alerted the guards. We had no choice but to abandon her. It was several weeks before she showed up at the palace. She had escaped from jail and made her trek by foot, blind, bloody, and naked. Freya was elated to see her student again. All I could feel was shame. I left Freya's group and returned to resume my original training. I haven't spoken to Misha since.
Ты ведь с этим всем справишься?
Maybe, but I'll deal with it when the time comes. I could have left Serenity Silence after the incident, but I didn't. Even though I disagreed with everything Freya put me through. I chose to stay. It would have been selfish of me otherwise. Our order was born out of a man's hope to save his family, and to destroy the evil that was infecting the world. How could I abandon a cause like that? I showed you at Winterhold why we choose to fight. Our methods might not be the same, but we are all sisters, fighting for something we can believe in. But you, what are you fighting for? You have your own journey ahead of you. To stop the dragons and save the world. So why are you helping us?
Маркус взял с меня обещание защищать его дочь. А нет. Я делаю это ради Касси.
The Pinder daughter. Yet she has chosen to fight as well, refusing to let you take the responsibility of being her guardian. Commander, do you like her?
Не. Ну давай вот так. Витиевато. Прости, но это не твое дело.
Apologies, Commander. And when there is nothing left to fight, what do you plan on doing with the rest of your life?
Всегда будет за что драться.
Then I hope you don't fade into obscurity, like all those who came before you.
Что насчет тебя и Сирен? Что с вами теперь будет?
I don't know. Marcus promised us that we would all be free when purity was removed from the world. That all sirens would be welcome to live in Jonesstead, where we could live out the rest of our lives in peace. But he's dead. Matari has never spoken to us of the future, and none of us have really cared. She's like a mother to some of us. Her presence gives some of us hope. Disbanding Serenity Sirens after the war was Marcus's plan. With Matari, I think she... Did I?
Блин, уже подъехал.
I misspoke. The truth is, I'm just
Пойду-ка я.
understood. You should get some rest before we make our... Paso Silumara. Peace be with you, sister.
Так, все, я отошел на перекур. Ну, 7-10 минут.
Ready to leave?
Ugh, my head. What happened? The ride back is going to be terrible for me.
Поехали.
Let's go. All right.
A trap.
But why here? When checkpoint 4 is just up ahead. Unless...
Come, but keep your weapon dry. Let him make no sudden movements.
Oh, kind young lass, have mercy on a pitiful man.
Keep your hands where we can see them.
What reason would I have to harm such noble souls?
Are you really expecting us to fall for your charade, Purity?
No, I expect you to fall for this. As expected.
Report.
I knocked this guy outright when he's back to Totalia. Nice invisibility spell. Too bad your robes give off a glint. 200 years and you still haven't learned.
Thanks, Sammy. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Good work, all of you. Alare, are you fine?
Fine.
It seems we have this man in our hands now. Good thing we left the hero behind at checkpoint 2. A purity prisoner is far more valuable.
You've gained nothing. In fact, I believe you've lost more today than you know. How fared the sirens that you visited one by one on your way here? Do you realize our lack of concern of reinforcements coming to your aid is more than just confidence?
Did your mother never teach you when to shut up?
Stop. We'll find out ourselves if what he says is true. We'll be passing by checkpoint 4 on the way back to the palace. We can confirm whether this man's reports are true, judging by what we find. Either way, we need to leave immediately. Alert Trisha. The rest of you mount up. I'll follow you on foot.
Euphoria Palace. You hide behind the walls that we built, yet you can't even make the connection. We are the only reason you exist.
Эй, куда пошел?
We exist to fight you.
Is that so? Amusing that you remain so ignorant of your purpose. Well, that would be telling. And as your superior should know, truth kills.
Пошел, пошел.
Follow me to purity, if you will, Commander.
We must take the prisoner to Trisha.
What has she promised you? Liberty? Salvation? Resist temptation. Denounce your creed.
Is this a joke? Let him speak.
We know the only means to victory. But do any of you have what it takes? I see a woman, blinded by her past, who can no longer see the future. Warriors who know only the ways of the sword. A pitiful mage. A drunk.
Hey!
And you, a so-called hero adoringly praised by her followers, and vehemently cursed by those who aren't so easily swayed by childish portrayals of an infallible being. Like all who came before, you equate victory with survival and peace, defeating one threat to this world after another. Do you not think there are consequences? You are not delaying anything. You are only making it stronger. I ask you again. Do any of you have what it takes to purify the world so it can be made whole again? The road to your salvation is not through survival, but destruction. Only then will all be right in the world.
Easy there, Prophet.
or you might go hoarse.
Just if it makes you feel better. None of you will be laughing when the land quakes beneath you, and there will be nothing to do but fall. Bitter about what I said.
Немножко.
Tolerate me for just a while longer. One of them came to you, a holy matron. Did an nymphomaniac gather the strength to speak in between her bouts of idiocy?
А ты почем знаешь, что я видел наблюдателя?
You're no fool. You can see as well as I do that the Sirens are more than they claim to be. At least when it comes to their leader. Her children are just twisted to follow her word.
Давай ко мне ответ, боец.
Quell your impatience. Death will come for you too soon enough. Do you really want to know? I believe the Observer would have discussed this with you already. If you want to play this little game of pretend, then so be it. You will fail because you don't have the key to stopping Watari. We do.
И что бы это могло быть?
Death. To truly cleanse this world, you will need to restart from the beginning. The dragons are doing that as we speak. But if they fail, then we must finish the job.
Как же ты мог опуститься до AeroCool и до такого?
AeroCool wasn't our decision. Like the good puppets we were, we followed orders. Promises of utopia are all you need to bring even the greatest people to fall. Serenity's Sirens and Project Purity share the same mother. Deceit. A cruel mother that you'll have the misfortune of meeting very soon. If you haven't already.
Давай-ка расскажи мне больше о своих планах.
But you already know the death of every living being. You can't do it, can you? The more I say, the more of you that will be lost to her. But chin up, lass. We can always rebuild.
Чего?
Time for me to go and face the Siren's music. Do you hear it? It's beautiful.
Ничего, понятно.
She finally figured out how to move a statue. So I'll die beneath the Argonian that we betrayed. What a fitting and funny insult from the one without a sense of humor. Damn you, Mother. Damn you.
Yeah, take that,
Freya!
Easy there, Saber Kitten. Haven't you heard? We don't take prisoners. Especially those from Purity.
We
needed him alive.
Oh no. What are you going to do?
Forget it. We need to speak with Trisha immediately.
Oh, about the attacks. Go on ahead. I need to clean up the mess this guy made. How typical.
Она чудила, дура.
Come to give me a scolding?
Зачем?
Was he any good to us alive? Besides, I'm not in the mood for interrogations right now. Maybe next mission. Speaking of missions, how was yours? Did you get to meet my friend?
Это кем?
Come on now, I know you did. Long green hair, smells like a spriggan. Misha? They're not telling me anything. I hope she wasn't killed. It would be such a shame after everything she's gone through. Have to clean this guy up. You go on ahead.
It's bad. So please tell me you have some good news.
The reports. They're regrouping to defend Pazarat.
They never planned to continue roadside attacks, with or without the commander in our ranks. They're taunting us.
How are the other teams doing? The ones dispatched right after us.
Fine, as far as we know. Nothing as bad as what I heard your team faced. Any news on Checkpoint 4?
Completely demolished. Their bodies were already ash when we passed by.
So that's it then. All we have left in the east is Checkpoint 2. The ambush. Can you describe their armament?
12 standard heroes of Nern. 1 purity assassin. He used shock explosives.
The shock explosives are classic purity. Too classic. They're keeping their latest advancements a secret until they need them the most.
Yeah, let's cut to the chase. Is Misha alive?
Everyone at Checkpoint 2 is safe, including Misha.
Ha, that's my girl. I bet she had to do all the work.
Anyway, I heard you brought a prisoner.
About that.
Oh, forgive me, ma'am. I didn't mean to intrude. Everyone, thank you for your service. We lost many women today, but do not lose hope. Every step we take, every piece of knowledge we gain, brings us closer to launching our operation to retake Pazarat. Commander, as ordered by Mistress Matari, here is your payment. 10,000 for completing the mission. 7,500 for the purity prisoner, despite his demise. 2,500 for securing the Dark Elf Girl. And as promised, your katana can be picked up from our weaponsmith. All of you dismissed. I'll have your next assignments available very soon. Commander, may I speak to you when you have the chance?
Ну, вообще катана мне не надо. Мне бы лук.
Да. Ладно.
Тогда я пойду.
Great to see you back in one piece. Purity loves katanas and so do we. That's why I have the finest in all of Tamriel. Right here, right now.
Мою кота.
Certainly. Now, would you prefer a one-handed blade or two-handed?
Пускай будет одноручный.
Okay, here you go. No problem. Now, go enjoy yourself and enchant it if you'd like. It's all up to you. Just go with the one that... Everywhere. Some of those that we don't buy, I make myself. If you weren't so busy saving the world, you sure could make a living as a smith. I heard she's a warrior of the hunt. None of us have seen her in action, but thank heavens for that. Marcus was a strong warrior. He died without... He deserved more. Katanas, katanas, and more katanas. Have a look. Give them all you've got.
Aren't you curious about...
Трохи помоемся.
Well, all in all, you did good. Now that we know what they're doing, we can see about intercepting them as they make their way to Pazarath. If we take out one group at a time, it should even the odds for the final attack. I want you to do that.
Мне надо будет это делать в одиночку?
Yes. Based on your performance,
ну
you're more than
отлично.
capable of handling this mission. I need to send Lilith's team out to recover what's left of the checkpoints you visited in the meantime.
Wait, the commander isn't doing this alone. The Dark Elf is going with her.
Я справлюсь.
Alaray? Is there any reason why?
Just do it, Nord.
Yes, Freya. As you wish. Never mind then. Alaray will be joining you.
Ну погоди, она попросила меня способствовать ее отставке из рядов сирен.
Resignation? I did not expect her to be that affected by recent events, but it is understandable. I wish I could accept it now, but Freya has ordered that she join you on your mission. Perhaps after you've returned, she can be relieved from her duties.
Я и сам разберусь.
I do not have the authority to make that decision. She has to go with you, even if it makes your job much more difficult. You'll find her outside in the grotto. Allow me to explain your mission, then I'll let you go. You're going to Nightgate Inn. Small place, not too far west from Checkpoint 2 and Fort Castoff. If these reports are correct, you should be able to drop in right when a convoy of heroes will be passing through the area. Whatever you have to do, take those heroes out silently, dress up in their gear, and merge with the next group that comes by. Come up with a believable story about what happened to the rest of your team, and they should let you in their ranks. Eventually, you'll come to a chasm northwest of Snowvale Sanctum, where the heroes must pass through to board their boats destined for Pazarath. I want you and Alaray to wipe out the heroes there, hide their bodies, and do the same to the next few groups. Once you've done enough damage, or can't handle anymore, return to the palace. Understood?
Да, но мне хотелось спросить о Касси.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Ms. Pinder is outside, training in the grotto with Kalisa. We've gone through all the necessary evaluations, and she has been given medium armor. Kalisa can inform you about Kasha's current progress. She has been assigned as her personal instructor and evaluator for the duration of her hastened training. That should be all. Good luck.
Ну, good luck, good luck.
Poor Alara. Will she ever learn to brush herself off? Guess you'll be the first to find out.
А что ты хочешь меня втянуть? Кучка.
For once, nothing. Nothing at all. Look at it this way. She has to learn to be brave to live in this world. The best way to do that is to send her out on a simple mission. You might be doing all the work, but hey, that will make her feel guilty, and then she'll have to fight.
А Лорей не твоя ученица, полегче с ней.
My? She told you? Hello, cutie.
Я не одобряю твой метод.
What are we going to do? Complain to Matari? Seduce you? I like... Oh, do I have stories to tell? Hey, don't look at me. I hang around Matari most of the time. He seemed like the kind of man who wouldn't... think their family is... same way you did. Very important people are worth a lot to Matari.
Commander, I can already sense that you have bad news. They didn't accept, did they?
Freya заставляет тебя идти на это задание.
Then maybe there is still a chance that someone else will allow me to leave, so I can go where I truly belong, the College of Winterhold. I heard you're a student there. Do you think they would accept me?
Конечно, мало волшебников в коллегии не бывает.
I'm glad. That makes me feel more hopeful that I'll find a new life there, better than the one I had here.
А что это ты делаешь?
Oh, sorry. It's a scroll that teleports the reader back to the palace. I figured that after the ambush, it might be useful to have something like this with us, in case it happens again. Speaking of which, what's our mission?
Ну, короче, так и так.
How convenient. This scroll might be seeing some use sooner than I thought. I'm right behind you, Commander. Let's make my final mission one to remember.
Watch my movements. Deduce where my katana will strike.
But how? You're moving too fast.
Concentrate on our duel and not on the commander. Then you will know.
was really worried about you after we got news of the attacks on the checkpoints. I guess that means they're going to send you out to do more work, huh?
Именно так. Мне хотелось просто заскочить на минуту.
Thanks. I'm doing fine, I guess. I got used to moving around in this armor, but I'm having a bit of trouble using my sword. I always thought that all you had to do was swing. I never thought about blocking.
Может, я смогу помочь?
Could you? That might help. If Kalisa is fine with that.
Of course. As long as it doesn't interfere with the commander's current mission, then I don't see any harm. It may be what you need, Miss Pinder. You know the commander better than you know me. It may ease your tension. I'll be by the stairs if you need me.
Okay. So what combat form should I practice? Maybe I should switch weapons and try something lighter?
Луки. Только луки. Нету луки. Ну ладно. Прежде всего, ты должна выслушать мои инструкции.
I'm only giving you some suggestions.
Начнем с блокирования. Гля, как я умею.
Blocking? Sure, but you do have a shield or sword, right? I don't want to hurt you or anything.
Да не ссы, я 100 раз так делал.
If you say so. Now get your stuff together and let me know when you're ready. I won't go easy on you.
О, успокойся, успокойся.
Ah, so they finally let you out of your cage. Good to have a true warrior on our side. Good people, but we can be much more than just guardians. Matari sees that in us. I envy her. The 5 best side. If you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach. Back at you.
Вторая.
What do you need?
Ладно, пойду на задание.
I understand. I let Kasia know you're leaving.
Чё, сучка?
Hello, cutie.
We should leave the palace as soon as possible. What do you want to know?
Тебя нормально натаскали?
The best training possible within the sirens. I'm a novice mage, but I can cast a basic firebolt and ice spike spell if I need to.
Что будешь изучать в коллегии?
I would like to be disciplined in the schools of restoration and destruction. I believe that would be a good balance for most mages.
Скучаешь по моему Моровинду?
Not a day goes by that I do not think of my home and family. I wish to honor them by becoming a true mage, not a siren. I only joined because I thought it would be just as well established as the college.
Потрещим о чем-нибудь другом.
Okay.
Заходи. У нас теплая еда, теплое питье и теплые постели.
There they are. But only two? What happened to the rest of the team? Maybe we should talk to them before...
Хорошая мысль. Давай послушаем.
I'll stay close and try not to get in the way.
Добро пожаловать. Дай мне знать, если тебе что-нибудь нужно. Где там у меня была чистая кружка?
Yeah, what do you want? Save your money, citizen. We already have a mission. Just waiting for the rest of my team to show up. Well, aren't you curious? It's just a security job for some old fortress to the east. Why? You planning on attacking it? First you want to hire me, now you want to join. What are you, some sort of freelancer? If you want to join the Heroes of Nern, you have to sign on officially with our commander. Trouble is that he's a busy man these days. Tell you what, you buy me a bottle of Norn mead, and I'll put in a good word for you. Just know that we're very active right now, so don't think you'll be able to cruise along without making some sacrifices.
Чем могу помочь? Привет, привет. Что привело тебя в ночные ворота? Про старый трактир? Всегда тут был. Мой прапрадед его... Нет, немного. Ну и есть еще орк. Давно уже тут живет. Платит так. Вот, посмотри-ка. Люди Ярла за... Давай утолим твой голод.
Давай-ка купим нордский мед. А где он?
Если что нужно, кричи.
Better have that bottle of Norn mead if we're going to talk.
Понял.
Better have that bottle of Norn mead if we're going to talk.
Держи, бухай.
That's more like it. Here, hold my helmet. Now, as I was saying, I'll let Bosca know about you. Me and the rest of the boys in Sapphire team could use someone like you after the mess in the west. Where will you be if we need to contact you?
Я пробуду в этой таверне следующие несколько недель.
Plenty of time. I'll be seeing you around. Thanks for me.
Вот растяпа.
Да.
Только быстро. До встречи.
Приятно вновь с тобой увидеться.
А ты кто?
Увидимся как-нибудь.
Вот растяпа. Да?
Ну, как хочешь.
Ладно.
What now?
Нужна комната?
Мгм.
Чем могу помочь? Хорошо, она твоя на день. Я покажу тебе твою комнату. Сюда.
А я знаю. А нет.
На мой вкус. Чего ты хочешь? А что, в округе есть другие таверны, где мне еще нальют выпить?
Че, выселяешь офицера? Ну ладно. Ну и...
Конечно.
What now?
Проваливай. Я ничего не говорил.
Нужно что-то?
Да.
Ладно.
Это не хотят меня брать.
I'm ready when you are.
Так, нам нужна ночь.
I'm ready when you are.
Заходи. Дай мне знать, если тебе что-нибудь понадобится. Или просто присядь у огня, а я пришлю к тебе кого-нибудь.
Чего ты хочешь? А?
Ну. И он есть.
Заходи. Дай мне знать, если тебе что-нибудь понадобится.
Кто-нибудь есть?
Или просто пришлешь в огне, а я пришлю к тебе кого-нибудь.
Воображение играет со мной шутки.
Ready? We should make our way outside before the others pass through. I pray that they don't come inside and see the bodies. We should sheathe the ebony swords that they were carrying. One oddity is all it will take for them to become suspicious.
Эй, пацаны, я типа свой.
There you are. Thought we'd have to drag you out. So, what team are you from? What was that? It's the attack!
Блин. Игра крашнулась. Ну, ладно, пока отдохну трохи. Продолжим попозже, если кто-то смотрел мой стрим. Пока спасибо за внимание.